Good evening, everyone. I've been thinking recently about rules, and for those who know me, can know that sometimes rules can frustrate me a little bit. There's all types of rules in life, and sometimes just it can start to feel a bit oppressing. Just, I guess, all these burdens, small things that you kind of feel that you have to do. There's all types of rules. Some rules are there for our safety, such as the wearing of seat belts in a car, and everybody just without thinking is happy to follow these rules. Some rules just don't make sense and are illogical. Like during COVID, I was at Tesco in Castle Douglas, and they had a system of walking around the store. Well, I just needed a couple of small things on my way back from work for my pregnant wife at the time, and they were quite near the start. So I got to the end of the aisle right in front of empty checkouts and went to go to the checkouts to be told no, I had to walk down all of the other aisles, a total of 8 of them, walking past every other customer in the store to then walk all the way back down back to the checkout, which just didn't make sense to me. Some rules are kind of put in place by people who like the authority they've been given, as frustrating or as correct as those rules might be. Other rules just lead to happy life. Like in my house, I need to remember to put down the toilet seat to keep my wife happy and to keep me happy. So yeah, there's rules in kind of all aspects of life. But what does the Bible say about these things? And then it kind of got me thinking of Galatians 5, very short, very sweet. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. And I kind of just look forward in great hope to that day of freedom in heaven with Christ at the feet of God. I mean, just how wonderful is that? Like a freedom from all rules, obligations, but entering into the freedom of what we were created for, which is to be in the presence of and worshipping God. Equally as well, that verse, as simple as it is, says, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. So we're actually already free right now. What does that mean, though, just in the midst of all these kind of rules and life that can feel oppressive at times? What does it mean that we are actually free now? And that's the freedom from our sins. We've accepted through God's grace of sending his son Jesus to die for us. We've entered into a freedom from the burden of our sins such that we can enter into the ultimate freedom, which is a life with God. So that's just been providing me over the last couple of days with just a bit more peace and patience in the midst of, I guess, just a lot of little frustrating things that don't seem to make sense to me. They're rules that don't seem to help anyone and just create unnecessary obligations and work in life. But you know what? Goes on to say, stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. I'm no longer a slave to my sin. So you know what? I'm okay with the rules that the world has because I know the freedom which I'm going to be entering into, for which Christ has set me free for.